Starting off the week with one heck of a good looking Mustang. It's a 1970 Mustang Coupe, black, shaker hood, 4-speed manual transmission. In the comments, let us know what you think. This is one of those cars that we've actually had previously. Sold it to a good customer. It was a number of years ago now. They played with it for a while, put a few miles on it, had their fun, and we're looking for something else, so that's how we ended up buying this one back. It is a 1970 Ford Mustang Coupe, and it's got all kinds of good stuff done to it. Obviously, you would have never had a shaker hood on a coupe like this, but it has a strong running 302 with, again, the shaker sitting on top. Has a 4-speed manual transmission. It's a top loader behind it, which shifts through the gears really well. You do have power steering, and then this one does have upgraded power 4-wheel disc brakes. AC has been converted to R134A and blows nice and cold, and it really drives like a stock style Mustang should drive like out on the open road. We'll let it warm up a little bit more before we get a little heavier into the throttle, but it's a good driving car. As far as the interior, it's a factory black interior. Seat covers front and rear look good. Door panels look good. Dash pad is in nice shape. It's actually a really clean dash pad. Actually, this one is a dash cap, excuse me. This one has a nice dash cap on it, so dash pad underneath probably has a few cracks with the, again, dash cap is well installed. You can't even tell that it's there unless you feel up underneath the very bottom there. Carpet looks good, floor mats are nice. Center console's in good condition. Glove box and center console open and closed properly. I will say out on the open road at about 65 or so, you do feel a little bit of the harmonics from the rear end. It does have a little bit of gear in it. It's really about a 65 mile an hour car. If you wanted to get 70, 75 out of it, you could do a 5-speed or even a different higher gear ratio to get a little bit more highway friendly out of it. But 60, 65, we're still comfortable. Headliner's also in nice shape. Visors look good. Gauges are clear and easy to see out of. Little bit of haziness on the lenses for the factory gauges. They're probably the original lenses for the gauge cluster itself. Nice steering wheel in here. Just a good, clean, stock style interior for this Mustang. Really, the only negatives on this car is going to be down to the small list of things not working, and it's all minor stuff. The voltage gauge is not working. The reverse lights do not work. The dash lights are not illuminating. The flashers do not flash, and the washer fluid sprayers do not spray any fluid. And one of the interior turn signal bulbs is not illuminating on the dash. So it does sound like a little bit of a laundry list, but it's all really small stuff. All that can be addressed in about a weekend's worth of work. Nothing that's inhibiting your ability to drive the car. All of your major systems are working properly. Those little things are just kind of tinkering things someone can work on. Again, if you're slightly mechanically inclined, you can do a lot of that stuff in your garage or over a weekend's worth of time. Relatively easy to do most of those things. The Does It Work section will be found on the website pcclassiccars.com. Click on the inventory tab, click on this vehicle, scroll to the bottom, and you'll see that additional media tab, which will have the Does It Work section, motor numbers, VIN numbers, and then the photos of the flaws. But we're warmed up. So let's get in the throttle a little bit here. So smooth, easy power, again, shifts through the gears really well. Again, I want to reiterate, up at the higher speeds, you start feeling some harmonics from that rear end. Really notorious when you do have a lower gear ratio like this. You get a little bit of a feel through the shifter handle here, but it still drives nice and it's still comfortable out on the open road. Just again, a little bit of a harmonics coming from the rear end. As far as the underneath goes, it's had the front floor pans done on both sides. Floors show great. I don't see any current rust issues. It's a good solid car on the bottom. On the exterior, this was originally code T, which was red. Now it's black. Paint quality is nice on the car, shows well down the sides. Doors open and close nice. Hood and deck lid both work like they should. You do obviously have your hood pins. You have your shaker hood. You have your front and rear spoilers, which look great. Just a tough looking car. Blackout treatment around the shaker hood. The imperfections are some little reaction spots in the paint kind of walking around the car. Don't know as to exactly when the color change was done, but it shows well. The door jamb paint is a little bit older and a little flatter than the exterior of the car, but that's really minimal. The flaws I'm talking about can be found in that additional media tab on the website, pcclassiccars.com. So make sure you guys check that out. Downshifts like it should. As far as your suspension and your steering components, everything in the front and the back checks out like it should. The steering is tight, does exactly what you want a 70 Mustang to do out on the open road. No weird sounds coming from the rear end. The shocks feel good. The suspension is nice and tight. The steering is really responsive. Again, car goes where you want it to go. I'm a left-hand driver when it comes to where my hand is on the steering wheel. I don't usually drive like this, so 4-speed setup great for me. Her shifter handle in here is a comfortable location. Glass is in good condition, no major issues with the windshield outside of some little nicks. Side windows do have some little vertical streaks, and there's like a little indentation, like a little spot in the glass over here on the driver's door, but really minor. Easy to see out of the back glass. You have your manual mirrors on the left and the right side, which are easy to see out of. If I didn't mention it earlier, factory heat and AC controls, all of which function properly. Again, not a race car by any means, but it has good power from that small block. Those disc brakes stop it well. Again, having power four-wheel disc brakes is always a nice bonus. Long tube headers, full-length dual exhaust, aftermarket style mufflers and full tailpipes. Has a really good exhaust note to it. Inside the compartment in the back, bottom side of the deck lid is nice. Detailed out trunk shows well back there. Inside the engine compartment is the same. You have the nice valve covers. You obviously got the shaker hood sitting up on top. Everything shows well in that engine compartment. Nothing is out of place. Wiring looks good. Fluids, belts, hoses, all of that is ready to roll. Outside of the small things that we're not working on this one, and then maybe doing a different gear ratio in the back or even a 5-speed, there's not a whole lot to do on this one than just enjoy it. And it's a tough looking car with just the cosmetic appeal to it being black with the shaker, the blackout treatment, the rear spoiler. As far as a 69 or 70 coupe, it doesn't get a whole lot better looking than this car. As always, I'm Michael. This is a 1970 Ford Mustang Coupe, the 302 AC, 4-speed, black, shaker hood. For myself and everybody here at PC Classic Cars, we appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drives. Make sure you check out the additional media section on the website, pcclassiccars.com. Check out the content we're posting across the social platforms every single day. We'll catch you guys on the next video.